Daniel Duggan, the extradition saga of an accused arms trafficker and U.S. Marine veteran. Australian authorities have ruled that Daniel Duggan, a former U.S. Marine pilot, is eligible for extradition to the United States, where he faces potential imprisonment of up to 60 years on charges of arms trafficking and money laundering. Duggan, 55, was arrested in Australia 19 months ago and has since been incarcerated, classified as a high-risk prisoner. He arrived in court for his first hearing since his arrest, clad in a grey suit jacket, white shirt, and blue tie. From behind the secure dock, he expressed affection for his family, particularly his wife, Saffrine, to whom he mouthed the words, "I love you." Magistrate Daniel Reiss, presiding over the hearing, formally confirmed Duggan's eligibility for extradition to the U.S. and ordered his imprisonment until further proceedings conclude. Duggan has 15 days to appeal this decision in federal court. The extradition process, however, could prolong the case in Australian courts for several years. It involves multiple levels of review and appeal, culminating in a final decision by the Attorney General. The U.S. indictment alleges Duggan's involvement in training Chinese fighter pilots over a decade ago, a violation of arms trafficking laws. Specifically, he is accused of teaching the Chinese pilots the intricate maneuvers of landing jets on aircraft carriers, known as carrier-arrested landings. The indictment details financial transactions between Duggan and the Chinese in 2011 and 2012, allegedly in exchange for his training services. The training reportedly took place at a test flight academy with connections to South Africa and China. The father of 6, whose children are all Australian citizens and range in age from 6 to 18, faces a potential prison sentence of 60 years if convicted in the U.S. Duggan maintains his innocence and dismisses the allegations against him as politically motivated, claiming the indictment is riddled with half-truths, falsehoods, and gross embellishments. The extradition hearing was marred by disruptions, including the relocation of the courtroom twice and the expulsion of numerous observers due to overcrowding. The magistrate's decision to exclude observers sparked protests in the court, with chants of, "We demand a bigger court," and "This is an important case for Australia." Amidst the chaos, a protester repeatedly accused the magistrate of conducting a kangaroo court and violating the principles of the Magna Carta. The magistrate threatened the protester with contempt proceedings, but he responded by accusing the magistrate of being in contempt and left the court before sheriffs intervened. Outside the Downing Centre Court in Sydney, Duggan's wife, Saffrine, denounced the magistrate's decision as simply about ticking boxes. She emphasized her husband's denial of the allegations and vowed to continue fighting the charges. "We want my husband to come home here in Australia," Saffrine implored. She appealed to the Attorney General, Mark Dreyfus, to defy the U.S. extradition request and release her husband. Duggan's daughter, Molly, expressed the anguish the family has endured as a result of her father's arrest and imprisonment. She described it as a constant state of crisis and turmoil, and expressed concern that her father may never recover from the experience.